Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today we're going to be reviewing the Ragu GS382 Laminator. I hope you'll stay tuned. So here's the box it comes in. It's a biggie. I'm going to first tell you the things that come with it. And then after that, I'm going to demonstrate it. But first, I want to start my husband's phone stopwatch so that we can figure out how long it takes to heat up. Because that's always the big thing that people talk about, is how long does it take to get going. So I'm pushing this button and holding it for a second and then letting go. You see it says 71, or you should be able to see it. That number will change as it warms up. So then, let me tell you the things that you get with it. First thing you get is a nice little corner rounder. I'll show you. It rounds like that. Hopefully you can see that. You also get a hole punch. It doesn't look like it's anything great, but honestly, this is a nice little punch. I can easily punch that. And like I said, it's a 1/4 inch hole punch, which is awesome. Then you also get 3 of those little wire clips that hold paper. And then on the top of the laminator, we're still going on our timer, by the way. This is a paper trimmer. I got to figure out how to put my paper in there. Maybe I just slide it like that. Okay, I'm going to put it over on this side, and let's see if we can cut a little bit of paper off. You have to push down. When you do this, you're going to push down and push it across. Now, that's not the easiest thing for me to do, but I could do it. So I just wanted to tell you that. We're still going. We're at 1 minute and 22 seconds. Hopefully you can see that. Then let's talk about size. This will take a big piece of laminating. It will go all the way up to an A3 size paper. And if you know anything about paper, and I don't, that is a 12-inch piece of cardstock, which is a good amount. We're still not up to speed yet, but that's okay. And let's see if our timer's still going. Yep. Okay, exactly 2 minutes. It stopped. We'll pause it. At exactly 2 minutes, it went to on, and this light turns a faint green color. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a faint green. It's kind of like a lime green. And then it's ready to roll. Let me show you what else you get with it. You get a big pouch, and I consider this a big pouch, of laminating pouches. And you get a variety of sizes. I'm doing it wrong. Here's the variety of sizes. I don't know if you can see this. Here are your smaller pieces all the way up to these. And these ones are, I think, 16 by 20. And that should be big enough for any project. I don't know anybody that's got paper that big. The thing that's nice about that is if you do use it and you needed only 12 by 12, but you did a 16 by 20, the paper that's left over, or the pouch that's left over, you can use that for, if you're doing cards, you can make window cards because it makes nice acetate. Once it's run through the laminator, of course. Okay, I'm going to do a little project for you because I figured while I have this, we might as well do something fun with it. And this would be something that would be useful for a lot of people. And that would be, we're going to make a folder and laminate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. I'm going to move my laminator out of the picture for a second. And we're going to leave this as 12 by 12. And I'm going to just do some scoring initially. This is going to be the front of our project, and I want our project to go like this, and then this is going to be the back. So you're going to score on the back, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. You're going to want to score initially at 5.5 inches 6 inches and 6.5 inches. Then you're going to turn it sideways, 1 turn, and we're going to score this at 2.5 inches. Then I want to make 1 little score on either side of my 6-inch score. That is going to make it easier for me to figure out exactly where I need to cut paper. That's it. You want to cut it. You wanted to score that right up to your 2.5 inch score line, and we're done with our scoring. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get our scissors, and we're going to find those little scores. Maybe it's easier on this side. Yeah, it's easier on this side. I don't know if you can see these little scores. Can you see those? Right. Hopefully if I turn it right there, you can see them. So we're going to cut those on so that you can't see them. You know, we're going to get rid of those scores completely. And we're going to do that on both of the ones that are on either side of our 6-inch mark. And then up at our 6-inch mark, we're going to just cut that off. I need to go a little bit higher, I think, with that. I can still see my 6-inch mark that I don't want to see. Of course, it's going to make it a little bit trickier to snip that out of there. Why wouldn't I make it harder to do? All right, good enough. We're going to fold these up like this. As I said, we're making a pouch. It's going to look like this. This one is a Katumaro Pro, and there's how you spell it. And I find it on Amazon. My favorite tool of all my tools, my favorite. It never lets me down. So this is what our, I think I'm going to round these ones too. Our folder is going to look like once we're done. We don't need to round these corners, and I'll show you why. As soon as I put it in the pouch, you'll understand, I think. We're going to use one of our really big laminating pouches for this. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this in exactly the way it is, like this. We've got all of our scores, so we'll be able to fold this the way we want to. And I made these other marks because I wasn't exactly sure. Actually, no, I don't know. Maybe I want to cut those other pieces out. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut these other scores out. You know how I'm prone to change my mind. I'm going to go all the way up to the 5.5 inch scores. What we're going to do now is we're going to put it in our laminating pouch, and you want to put it in with the these pieces folded up. Hold on, I got to do that. I got a bone folder that. I got a new bone folder that is Teflon, and I kind of like it, I got to be honest. Okay, there's that. So we're going to put this in all the way to the top, and with our pieces folded up, as I said. You want to make sure it's folded like that. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And then we're going to put it in. We're using those guide marks on the front to make sure we put it in properly. And then once you get it in a little bit, it will start to go on its own. And when I read the information about it, they said it's good if you kind of guide it out so you don't get any, so it doesn't end up over here getting caught on something. You don't want it caught on anything. So you want to make sure that when it comes out, it's relatively straight. I'll pull it forward so you can see the stuff coming out. And then I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to cut that open again. All right, it's super hot at the bottom. I'm going to cut it about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. I'm going to see if I can use the paper the paper cutter. And I might not be able to do this because it's just not my style to be able to cut something with one of these trimmers that you have to push and score at the same time. Okay, I'm almost under there. There we go. Don't know what I was doing there. All right. So I don't know exactly where the cut line is, but I'm going to go back over to make sure I got it cut. Well, I did okay. I cut it. So we'll use this for a project where I need a window for a card. All right, so let me get my regular paper trimmer. And you're going to want to leave about 1/4 of an inch. I think I already said that. So then what you want to do, we're going to open up these pockets. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to take an X-Acto knife. You want an X-Acto knife that kind of will bend to your will. I'm going to try this one first. And what you want to do is you want to kind of see if you can get between those two pieces of paper, those two pieces of cardstock. And I did get between them right there. So then once you've got that hole between them, you just want to very gently, I'm going to do that again because now I'm not exactly where I want to be. Now you kind of want to just gently move along that paper. I'm not in the right, there we go. Now it's not exactly straight, but it's not horrible. And then we need to go, I'm going to do this off screen, between the two pieces here on the side. So it's going to look like this. The piece underneath is not going to be laminated because clearly we've already taken the lamination off the top. And I also have a little bit here. I didn't go all the way to the edge, but I'm going to use my scissors to do that because I think I can do that easier if I do it with them. Or I can snip a little bit of the paper. You know how I do things. So then I'm going to do it on the other side. Over here, I'm not going to make you watch it. So now I've got my two flaps cut. And if you have any areas where you weren't exactly straight with your cutting, you can always trim that because I have a little wonky area right here. And when I saw somebody do this on the internet, I think she didn't do this exact thing, but she did cut some pockets out, and when she did it, I thought, man, I got to do this. This is exactly what I want to do with the laminator. Then what they did, and I don't know why, but they ran it through the machine again. This time it's smaller, so I'm going to line it up in the smaller spots. This time I think I'm going to put it in straight up and down, which is probably what I should have done the last time. I wonder if that gets out the bends. We're going to find out in just a second. Should have done it this way to begin with. I'm sure you know that. Okay. I think it looks pretty good for what we needed. I'm going to turn it off. You have to hold the off button for a second or two, they said. And we're going to get our 6-inch score line going. Sorry I'm off camera, but I really wanted to make sure that my fold was nice and strong. So that is my folder. Now this is a little bit smaller than 8.5 by 11 paper. I need to trim my corners. So right now, from the center, this is 6 inches, as you would imagine. And our paper, I'll show you the paper I'm going to do. I thought it would be fun to do some of this type. I made some papers that have lines on them. Some of them obviously aren't right. So what I thought I would do is put them in my new planner. Not really a planner. And I will do that in another video. So let's talk about the laminator. Here's what I will say about it. I think 2 minutes is really, really fast for laminating to get it turned on. My old one took, I don't know, 10 minutes to turn on. So I think that's really fast. And I love that it does a full 12 inches because my other laminator did 8.5 by 11 only. And I think the accessories it comes with are nice and very well thought out. And all in all, I recommend this highly. I got it on Amazon, and I will put the price and the information below, but you know Amazon prices change a lot. So you can't really go by that. So I hope that this gave you some ideas of how to use the Ragu, and that you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and please tell your friends about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.